Hello again, welcome back to Asgard, and welcome back to Divine Journey. So, if you're not on my Discord, then you don't know what you're about to see. I've been working, I spent the entire day on Thursday and a big chunk of Wednesday working on this massive project. I started setting up something for the blood altar, right? And I had a plan in my head. And then I expanded it, and I expanded it, and I expanded it. Needless to say, we have gone through over 30 stacks easy of obsidian. I'm going to take you to the nether first and show you, just to give you an idea. I did add one additional mod into the pack, and that is Deco Craft. I threw it in there because I needed... There's a lot of things I'll want as the series progresses, but there is one thing in particular that I needed for my design for a statue, and so I threw in Deco Craft. So good stuff. For those of you that don't know, you can put clay and dyes into here, or do the clay, this right here, the crafting clay. You can do that, throw it into here, and pick yourself decorative blocks. Okay, and there's a massive amount of them. I mean, there's hundreds. So I did add that into the pack. I also got our harvesters put up over there. And then, let's see, up here, I added another additional set. I moved our heads over to here and started laying out heads because we got all these head crumbs heads. This one actually has an upgrade in it because I have a lot of zombie heads, a lot of creeper heads at the moment. And then over here we have some trophies. Because so far I've gotten zombie and skeleton trophies. I figured, we'll throw them into here and store them in that little section there. And that's the main things that I've done over here. And, of course, I've done the harvester. I also set up a sawmill for our personal use down there, and planted some rubber trees. I also have some red and black Botania flowers planted and growing because I needed a lot of red and black dye since last episode. Now I also made an equip backpack. You can see I can just hit a hotkey and open up our backpack here. We looked at this a bit back. If you recall, iron backpacks, equip backpack, open backpack. So we are wearing a backpack now. And in addition, I still have my mining backpack. It's right over here. So, on my hotbar switch. I have to test it, though. I just put this onto my hotbar because originally I had it over here. And I'm not for sure if it'll pick up stuff when I mine. I have to test that. I'm not for sure. I'll test it later in the episode. Okay, so anyways, before we head over to the monstrosity that I have done, and this is really where I spent the majority of my time. I'll go ahead and tell you, I did not get the Icica portal area done, and I did put up 2 statues in our blood magic area. One is not entirely, well, both of them aren't entirely done. It's just something I'm kind of steadily working on. I spent a lot of time building. Like, no joke, like 15, 16, 17 hours, something. Is a lot of time. So, always hell's fury. But if we pop down to the nether, I'm going to show you guys something. The nether, I had to move the lava pump. Because if we step out here, I mean, you could see it's turning into the overworld down here. So, a lot of lava went into this. A lot of obsidian. I do kind of want to go kill that Caco Demon. I didn't get any heads at all. I need to buff up the, hey now. I need to buff up the beheading on this. Oh, I'm taking some damage. And there's a Divine Journey mob after me. Okay, I'm going. Getting out of there. I mean, you could see on the mini-map that there was a lot of stone. Like a ton of stone. So, I did have to move it. I moved it to like a little area. I'm not going to go out there right now, but... Oh, a ton of lava. Absolute ton of it. Okay, so anyways, let's pop over to where our blood magic area is. And it's actually a little bit of a jaunt. If we take a look here, you can actually kind of see it on the minimap. It's big. So right now, I'm going to add some bridges that kind of span across, probably in this direction. But for right now, if you want to go to it by bridge. You have to go up here. The Scholar District, I'm going to start working on that soon, I promise. And then take a left, and that takes you over to the blood magic area. The Cursed District is what I'm calling it. So anyways, let's go ahead and pop over there. Okay, I don't know why it's doing that. Anyways, you can see right here where I was trying to plant blood saplings, they haven't been growing. And apparently it's a bug or something. So I'm just having to go out and get blood saplings at the moment. I haven't tested if they can grow in the nether, but it's not really easy to do things in the nether at the moment. So I've just been going out and getting new ones. So anyways, here we go. This is our new blood altar area. I went a little bit over the top. I wish I knew why this was beeping. I'm going to have to look into that. But this is our new blood magic area. It's not totally done. This took a very long time. I mean, you could see these pillars go all the way down. Actually died once to those guys. There was a lot of lava spawning down there. I mean, I could stop up the lava, but at the same time, I don't know. I kind of like it, like demons underneath the blood magic area. So I'm kind of like, I might leave it. So it's just kind of dangerous going all the way down there. But oh man, this took so long. This took so long. This is all bloodwood. And that's why I made that extra sawmill, because I can get 6 planks per wood for that. Now the top of this is not done by any stretch of the imagination, and it's fully hollow, so you can just, I guess, just jump down it if you want. And I've got to do some work up here shaping this up and whatnot. The roof is all slanted, perfect slant. And by the way, these are all collapsible blocks all the way down. And then right here it kind of goes into a wedge slope that kind of sharpens that curve. And then we have like the pillars, the arches that connect right here. So, and there's beholders. Look at all the beholders. Like, this is normal. Like, there's 4 beholders. That's just normal in this area. Which is kind of cool, because this worked out perfectly, because we have like demons all around this thing. And the other side's all slanted as well. And let's pop down here. Now this actually did not take as long as you might think. It took a lot of obsidian, but it didn't take as long as you might think to build the interiors, where I spent most of the time. So I've still got to do some work on the transition going from this roadway to this area, but one step at a time, right? So anyways, there's a lot of decorative work to be done on the interior. Like a lot. I want a bunch more of these like spikes. I've got some on these corners here, and then those in the center. I decided to go with the pillars on those. I think they look better, or kind of contrast the other obsidian tiles. And I've got to do lighting. Sorry about all the torches. But yeah, I put together a couple statues here. First up, we have Moyits. And I really liked his skin. It worked out perfect for the blood altar area, so I was like, well, we'll go ahead and do that here. Now, one thing to note, I did get this item from creative mode, the Crimson Rites, because I don't think I'm ready to go mass killing. And of course, it's a rare. That's the one that drops from the Crimson guys. It's a very rare drop, and if I get one, I want to use it for us. So I went ahead and gave it to him so that cool. I love the silence.
Winter's grasp. The weather outside is frightful.
Okay, so anyways, back to what we were doing, or what we were looking at here. Moyits. I went ahead and, like I said, I got the Crimson Rites book, and then gave them a blood summoning staff. This is actually pretty cheap. Summoning staff, which we talked about before, and then just some diamonds, nether wart and stuff. This statue, I still have to do a bit of work with it, but it's a start. So, and then we have kind of like these blood pits. This is actually Tinker's Construct blood, which you can get, of course, by melting down rotten flesh. I wanted to make kind of like some little blood pits, little blood basins in front of this altar. And then over here we have Timphus. So Timphus actually has 2 of these venom axe blades. These are done with poison glands, which we can get from the Vespids. Or not Vespids, but the Aspids. I was calling them Vespids. I was like, that's like a bee, isn't it? But anyways, he's got a couple of those blades here. I like them because they have the animation, kind of like what our Cinderfall sword has, but they're more like hooks almost. And this is where I wanted the skeleton at for Deco Craft, like sacrifice skeleton. He's like the butcher of the blood altar. And by the way, all this sandstone stuff, that's just temporary. That's just to give me some kind of contrast as to where the runes go. So that's what that's there for. And then this altar's all set up for a tier 6. You know, so I can just add and add and add as I go. And then we got spikes up through here. This is the bloodwood leaves through here. Originally, I was wanting to use blood bricks, is what I was thinking. But these are actually kind of expensive in the pack. They require a block of redstone alloy, 4 weak blood shards, and then twilight stone or endstone. Of course, that's not expensive, but that makes 2. So you're looking at 2 weak blood shards and 4.5 blocks of redstone alloy per block. So it would have gotten expensive to do that. And then this is all darkstone tiles, which is actually really, really cheap. And then up here we have our blood altar, and yeah, that's pretty much it. But it has taken a while working on this, and I actually have a lot of the base of this done. In fact, if we pop down here, you can see that's what the base looks like, and that part's done all the way around. But that part's done all the way around, and then if we pop down here, the bottom is not done. So I've still got to work on the bottom, but that's okay. That's okay. I'm happy with the progress thus far. Afrits. So, anyways, that's what I've done thus far. And I am going to, between these pillars, I'm probably going to do some decorative work with I don't know, maybe some designs using carpenter's blocks and stuff down across all these. And I'm still debating how I want to do it, because there's going to be, this is just going to be our primary blood altar. We're going to have other ones, so I don't know if I want to have like a pathway that comes out through here, like a bridge that connects into the mountain, and do some stuff over there behind like the main blood altar area, or what I want to do, because I still have to do like the demon pedestals and all of that, and I think it makes a very scenic view here as you're coming into the blood altar area. So anyways, let's go ahead and switch over to what we're going to be doing today. We're probably going to do a little bit with blood magic. I did make a bit of slates, blank slates, reinforced slates, because when I didn't have an invasion, it was actually really easy while I was building this to kind of pop down, pour in some blood, and make slates while I was building. So I do have a little bit of those prepped up. Enough for us to do a decent amount with, I think. But so anyways, the first thing that I want to be working on today is I want to start AE2. I really want to start, proper start for AE2. So the first thing that we're going to go for is going to be, I think, the growth accelerators. At the moment, yeah, we'll go ahead and start with the growth accelerators. So they want us to craft 5 crystal growth accelerators and use them to make pure Stardust Quartz by surrounding water source block and throwing Stardust Quartz seeds in it. You need to power the crystal growth accelerators with Emmy conduits, yada yada yada. So let's do this. We are going to need a few things. They're not terrible, really. We're going to need some quartz glass. That is, what would be the best way to do this? Pulverize it. Okay. So I'll just get a bit of nether quartz. Actually, let me go ahead and get like 3... I don't know. I got like 4 stacks of nether quartz. I think that'll be okay. And then in addition, we are going to want to get a couple pieces of dark steel. Fluix cable is just Fluix crystals, so that's not too bad. We're also going to need plastic sheets, hoppers, and Fluix blocks. So a lot of Fluix. Luckily, we do have that charger right here, because I'm pretty well out of Fluix at the moment, I think. So I'll tell you what we're going to do. Let me get item conduits, and I'll need to go grab a couple chests, and we're just going to quickly do like a semi-automated charged Stardust Quartz setup. And looks like right now, wow, I don't have very much Stardust at all. Like, at all. This is bad. Let me get a bit of iron, and then I'm also going to want some paper as well. And let's see, I've got 5 charged Stardust quartz at the moment. But we're going to need quite a bit of this for our crystal growth stuff. And then let me get some chests. And I'll go ahead and get this this nether quartz sag milling. Okay, so first up, I'm going to want some hoppers. So each of those requires a hopper, right? Yeah, requires a hopper. And then I'm also going to want one for my filter. So we'll just do that. There we go. And I don't know what I'm doing there. And then let's get ourselves just a filter real quick. There we go. And then for just a really quick, easy, semi-automatic setup, what we're going to do is we're going to put the... see, can the charger accept... Yeah, it can accept standard power. I can't remember. I tend to go straight for an Emmy controller, you know, and normally I don't even have a charger for a while, just because I tend to have enough charged Stardust, but not in this pack, I don't. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to put just item conduits like that. We're going to say that you can you can insert. You can extract with a filter, charged Stardust, and then you can extract, always active, you can insert. And then we'll just throw in like a half stack of our Stardust quartz, and it's going to start charging it, and we're going to get charged Stardust quartz on the other side. So, very, very easy. And there's 2, and so on. Okay, so we're getting charged Stardust, and then what I want to do is, let's pop up here, let's get, I got some redstone, and we'll just go convert all this over into fluix. So, nether quartz, redstone, charged Stardust. That'll at least be a start for us. There we go. And our nether quartz should be done. It is. I'm going to go ahead and get another thing of that running. And then in addition, let me get a couple stacks of sand. And how much obsidian? We have 1404 obsidian right now. I'll tell you what, I bet this is done. Yes. I'm going to go ahead and switch those out, you know, the next time I come down here. So, like I told you, our obsidian costs were about to be really, really high. So, there you go. Okay, that's building up, and good. Okay. So, anyways, back down here, there's another 16 charged Stardust. It'll be done with our half stack before long. Okay, so for our crystal growth, we're going to need 5 fluix blocks. So there's that. And then in addition, we are going to want some Emmy glass cable, which is quartz fiber. Oh yeah, I need glass. Totally forgot about that. Hey! Hey! Whoa! Eldritch Guardian. Just outside of my house. That's crazy. Well, we got ethereal essence. Okay. Okay, so let's get our quartz fiber. I'm going to go ahead and get like 10 pieces of that for right now. We'll need quite a bit this episode, I think. And then Emmy glass cable, we'll go ahead and get like 2 batches of that. And then dark steel, we've got quartz glass. We're going to need... We'll get like 12 pieces of that. And then plastic sheets, I've actually got some of those made up, if I recall correctly. Yeah, I've got 18 of them at the moment. So that's perfect. And then we're going to need a bit of dark steel, which I did make up a bit of dark steel between episodes. So there's a stack of that. And then our crystal growth accelerators, there we go, 5 of those. Easy as pie. And for that we get 2 spider eyes. And then they want us to make calculation circuits and calculation processors. So, okay. Well, we're going to go ahead and set up the crystal growth accelerators first. And actually, I guess technically... So what does it take to make an Emmy controller? Engineering processors. Futura blocks. Wow! It's not very often you see chisel blocks in a recipe. Oh, but we do need pure fluix crystal. Okay. And if I recall, these can't just plug into standard power. We're going to have to actually use... Yeah. Alright. Is there a quest for the energy acceptor, by chance? Nope. Okay. No. Okay. So we're going to make an energy acceptor. This requires 4 Enderium, 4 quartz glass, and then just some fluix. That's actually super easy. I think we've got all of that on hand at the moment. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. So quartz glass. There's 8 more pieces of it. That'll be good. And then energy acceptor. There we go. And we'll just put this, I guess for right now, I'm going to set up our crystal growth. I mean, this is going to be a mess. That's just how it's going to be, so I apologize. The crystal growth, we're going to put it like right... Yeah, we'll put it right in here. Just right over on this side. And then what we'll do is... Do I have anything... Yeah, I can use this to build with. And we'll just kind of make it sticking up because I don't want to tear up my floor right now. And we'll just do energy acceptors like that. Or not energy acceptors, but crystal growth accelerators. And then what I'll do is I'll just set the energy acceptor right there. And run power over to this. There we go. And actually, I'll tell you what. I don't know if I want these running all the time. Because I forgot that in 1.7 they actually use a decent amount of power, if I recall correctly. So what we'll do is we'll just run fluix cable. Let me get a bit more of that actually, because we're going to need a fair amount of it, I think. Quartz fiber. There we go. Oh, we're out of fluix. That's fine. That is fine. Okay, so let's go pop over here. I'm going to need a bucket of water for starters. There's that. And then let's go ahead and... actually, I've got all this charged Stardust. Almost forgot about that. Let's go ahead and make a bit more fluix real quick. So charged Stardust, that. There we go. So we have 50 fluix crystals. Good. And then I'm going to go ahead and pulverize probably most of these. We'll keep a couple just to make, let's see, to get it up to full speed I'm going to need like 2 crafts. So 46 of these we're going to pulverize. Because I don't think that there's anything in particular that we have to have the fluix for. We can use pure fluix, I think, from this point on. And there's 64 more nether quartz dust. And fluix. We'll go ahead and break that down. And then I also want to break down Stardust quartz. And it shouldn't be able to go into the redstone furnace. Okay, so there's 46 fluix dust. And then 32 Stardust quartz dust. Oops. And then let's go ahead and plug up the rest of these together. Just like that. And then I need to bring some power down to this one on the bottom. So we'll just do just like that. Water in there, and that's ready to run. So let's go ahead and just plug this up. Get this started. There they go. They all kick on. And then we can craft up our Stardust quartz seeds. Dump those in. And then we'll craft up our fluix seeds. And we'll just throw all of these in. Okay, so that's going to take a little bit to run. Oh, man. I don't think we've completed any quests yet, aside from the one. No, okay. Alright, so let's take a look at our sales. Oh, wow. 16 million sale. 1K sales, let's take a look. Redstone alloy. We're also going to need some Stardust quartz or pure Stardust quartz, which we're going to use pure from this point on. At least until we have just tons of Stardust. So... And then we're also going to need redstone alloy. I'll tell you what, I'm going to go AFK for just a minute while this stuff finishes up, and then I'll be back, because we're kind of waiting on this stuff at the moment. Okay, our fluix is done, and our Stardust and all that stuff is done. So we've got a bunch of pure fluix and pure Stardust. Awesome. Okay, so that doesn't complete any quests, but next up, we're going to make some calculation circuits. Go ahead and get that running. And so let me move this stuff out of here for right now. And we'll get our calculation press. Go ahead and put that into there. Well, doesn't want to go because of that stuff being in the way. And we'll just throw in, I'm going to say half of our pure Stardust for right now. Oh wait, we haven't actually set up the filters for this, have we? That can go right here. We had Stardust in there, but There we go, and that's going to start running and making our calculation circuits. And then we can turn this quest in and get our 10 smashing rocks. And now, let's turn our attention over to, let's see, the 1K cells. Oh, God. Those are going to be expensive. No, I tell you what. Let's go to the formation and annihilation cores. So these require Certus. Can I use pure? Yes, okay. And logic processors and Fluix dust. Whoops. Whoops, I used all the Fluix dust. Okay, let me go get the rest of my Certus real quick. We now have no Certus left in the system, but that's fine. I'll go mining between episodes and get more of that. Alright, so Certus, you're going in there. Maybe not all of it. Maybe like that much of it for right now. And then I can use this water here. Let me actually stop that from running right now. We'll automate this a little bit later on. It's not too difficult. Charge Certus, redstone, nether quartz. There we go. And let me go get some of this pulverized so we have a little bit of Fluix dust to use. And then formation cores. Oh yeah, processors. Almost forgot about that. Let me grab a few of those. And annihilation cores. We'll get like 2 sets of those. And then we'll get like 2 sets of formation cores. There we go. Okay, and those craft one at a time. We get an Emmy toggle bus. Let's actually, let me throw that back into there. Alright, so they're going to give us an Emmy toggle bus and an iron chest. Alright, sounds good. And I'll just put the stuff, I'll put the toggle bus into here for right now, because we'll use that whenever we go to automate the crystal growth accelerators. So, alright, and then now, here we go, Emmy Terminal. This is what I wanted. And then I also want the storage bus as well. Export, interface, okay. So the storage bus requires an interface to craft it. Okay. Alright, well I guess we'll go for that first, actually. So the interface, what does it take to make? Formation core, annihilation core, electrical steel, and quartz glass. We've got quartz glass. Okay, so let's pop up here. We'll get 4 pieces of electrical steel, and we'll get ourselves an interface. There we go. Easy enough. And that completes that quest. So they're going to give us 3 reinforced servos for that. And then next up, the storage bus. This is what I want. It's going to require a piston and 2 sticky pistons. So I need 4 of these. There we go. And then I'm going to need 2 sticky pistons. There we go. And then we will get our storage bus. There we go. Haha. Alright. And then that completes that quest. They're going to give us 3 ender pearls for that. Okay. So now the fun begins. And I can start plugging things up a little bit. So I want to plug up our drawer network. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to have it come down. If I remove that, yeah. There's a frame drawer. And what we're going to do is we're going to put it just a controller slave right there. So to make a slave, it is a drawer controller. It makes 2 slaves. So we're going to have to make another drawer controller real quick, which really isn't that bad. So give me just a second to get this crafted. And there we go. There's our drawer controller and then 2 controller slaves. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this just right there, I guess. Let me move this energy conduit over to like right there. And then, which this stuff's all going to get refined a little bit later on, but this will be covered up by an Emmy controller, so it's not going to be a big deal. And actually, let me do that as well. I'm also going to want more Fluix cable. And the worst thing is I have to plug up like the cobble works and stuff. That's going to be rough. Oh, I'm going to need more glass, actually. Okay, so quartz fiber. Oh, grab that. That's kind of important. Quartz fiber, there is 26 pieces of it. It's not going to be enough. I can already tell you, though. And then Emmy glass cable. There's 41 pieces. Okay. And then what we're going to do is we're going to put the storage bus onto right here. And then we could just plug this up to our network, so to speak. I don't know if I'd call it a network yet, but we'll just plug that up. And then, I'm going to bring that down actually. And then what I want to do is, I want to get a terminal. Oh, and this is done, by the way. Drawer controller, we get a luggage, which we've already got a luggage as well, so... let's see, the Emmy Terminal. This is what I want. This requires 4 Lumium, logic processors, annihilation, formation, and then illuminated panels. That is redstone alloy, Invar, Lumium, and quartz glass. Okay. So let me get a piece of Invar. I think it's just one piece. And then we're also going to need Lumium, which luckily we have a bit of that after last episode. So, let's see, illuminated panel, there's that. And then for our terminal, what am I missing? Oh, processors. 2 of those. And there's our Emmy Terminal. Woot. And they're going to give us a conduit probe for that. Put that right there. That's actually, that'll come in handy a little bit later when we're setting up conduits. And then we're also going to want a crafting terminal. We're going to go ahead and upgrade this. So 2 calculation processors. These should be done. They are. And then let me grab like that. And we'll get that running. Oh yeah, I have to set up the filter. So calculation circuits go right there. There we go. Now it's running. So that actually completes this quest here. And they're going to give us a fortune cookie. Let's see what our fortune is. Are you already a Patreon for the Gamers, the series? I'm not familiar with it, in fact. Let's go ahead and get 2 crafting tables. And I'm going to throw that press back in. And then let's get our crafting terminal. Oops. And for that, we're going to get 16 Fluix crystals. That is nice. I can definitely put those to use. Okay. So our crafting terminal, this is the first one. I don't really care about the Emmy Terminal. Crafting terminal, we want to keep this one. So now we have access to everything in our storage network. Let's go ahead and set this to number of items and NEI synchronized auto. Okay. Awesome. Now I'm going to go ahead and dump this stuff in here. And now we can actually, it'll be a little bit easier to, you know, craft and do things from here on out having this. That's why I wanted to go ahead and rush for this today, because I want, granted, I want to do a bit with blood magic, especially after setting up that that room and everything, but I really want to get this started, like bad, like get into AE2. Okay, so now that we've got that, let's take a quick look at the achievement book, because I think we've done a few of these. We haven't even done that. Energy Acceptor, Emmy Terminal. We'll go ahead and mark that off. Now I haven't done the Emmy Drive, but that's fine. We've got items stored with our drawers. And then the crystal growth accelerators for pure Certus. We've done that. Upgrade your big reactor to have more fuel rods, some kind of coolant, automate yellorium importing and cyanide exporting. We actually didn't need the... Or no, it's not that one. We've done all of that except for the cyanide and yellorium import-export. The slice and splice, we've done that. The capacitor banks and power monitor, in order to not waste power from your big reactor, we're already not wasting power. So really, I don't think that that's something that we have to do, because, you know, we did that with the redstone control stuff for big reactors. So I'm going to go ahead and mark that off. I don't need the power monitor over there, I don't think. Oh, there's blood magic. We'll be getting to that soon. And this one here we're not going to be doing for a while. I'm still having fun mining, so Botania, or if for some reason I get tired of mining, then we'll do that. But for right now, no. Okay, now before we move forward with this, there is something that I want to do, and I'll do most of this off camera, but I want to run Emmy Conduit. And I want to run this, basically just follow the power line down to our storage, our Cobbleworks building. So I'd like to go ahead and do that. It's going to require pure Fluix, quartz fiber, and Conduit Binder. I did go ahead and break down the Fluix that we had, so I'm just going to go ahead and throw that into here. We'll do... I think I'm going to keep like 10 for Annihilation and Formation cores for the rest of the episode, and then we'll do like 22 of this for right now. So we do that. There we go. Fluid Seeds, because I really like to have access to our stone and stuff today. So okay, but let's get some Conduit Binder. I'll get what I've got made up, and then Emmy Conduit. This stuff's actually semi-expensive. That's going to make 40 pieces. I don't know if that's going to be enough, but I've got more pure fluids, so I just got to make more quartz fiber to make more. And the nice thing about this fluix cable, or the Emmy conduit cable, is that we can run this down through here, so I could put it in the same, the same block space as the conduits, like the other conduits. I'm going to have that disabled, I guess, for right now. I don't know, it doesn't really matter. That stuff's all going to get moved anyways, so. Okay, and then I just have to bring this down and follow this this cable line. So I'm going to do this, and I'll probably have to craft up some more Emmy conduit, and I'm just going to edit footage while I'm working on this. So I will be back in just a bit. Okay, so let's get ourselves 2 more storage buses. So 2 more interfaces. Oh. Wait a second here. What am I missing? Quartz glass. Yeah. Let me go grab... I got some more quartz sag milling. Actually, I think I got the ones that were sag milling, but I can get some more sag milled real quick. And I actually don't know if we'll get to Blood Magic this episode. It might be next episode, because there's still a couple other things I want to do with AE2. While we're on it, I want to go ahead and just do a bit with it, because I really want this to be working and usable. This episode, because I'm so tired of having to run around and gather things to craft. Okay, so storage bus. Let's see, we're going to want to get ourselves Formation and Annihilation cores. So we'll start with 2 Formation, and then what was Annihilation? Nether quartz. Okay. So a couple of those. There's 2 Annihilation cores. And then we're going to need sticky pistons. That's fine. Let me do that. Let me go get some slime real quick. Okay, so congealed green slime. We'll get ourselves some slime balls. And then I can get my other sticky pistons. I'm going to need, what, 2 more? Yeah. Okay, so there we go. 2 storage buses. Awesome. And those Emmy conduits, they're pretty much interchangeable with Emmy cables. The only thing is they won't connect into like storage buses and stuff like that. So we'll have to switch them out. Like right here, I've got it ran over to the drawer controller back. And so what we're going to do is we're just going to plug in a storage bus right there. And then, for example, if I was to plug in Emmy conduit right here, well, you'll notice I can't plug it in. It can't go into the storage bus. But what I can do is I can just use glass cable, just like that, and it'll connect to the storage bus. So then if we pop over here, we should have access to all of our wood products that we're producing. Sometimes it takes a second for it to connect into the system. Oh, you know what? No, it doesn't. It's because I haven't plugged this side in. That's why. So what we'll do is we'll just bring this up and I guess connect it over like that. And so you can see now we have access to our carpenter's blocks, our chests, our wood, our oak wood, all that stuff is in here now. So, whooped. And then I want to plug up the cobbleworks. And let's just pop over here. And for this, we're actually going to use that other controller slave, I think. I mean, technically, I could plug it in to the back side of this. Actually, yeah, I might as well do that. And then I can do cable facades right there. So what we're going to do is we're going to run our Emmy conduit over like that. Then we'll just do glass cable right here. Storage bus right there into glass cable. And that cable's not fully connected just yet. I've brought it over to the liquid area, like the liquid section. Yeah, it's like right there. So what we're going to do, if I run out of Emmy conduit right now, we're going to be in trouble. So Honestly, I'm just going to break off this dirt and stuff. And then we'll have the cable come out right there and connect in. That'll be fine. And we'll just run it underneath the cable because I don't have... Those Emmy conduits they're not terribly expensive, but... I mean, I crafted up close to 2 stacks of those things, so, like, I'm burnt out on fluics. Like, I don't have anything... I don't have the most materials in the world at the moment, so... We're just gonna do this. That's fine. So there we go. That's plugged up now. And so if we were to pop up... Stop hitting me. Now if we were to pop up here, we should have access now to our stone, our cobblework stuff. So there we go. Cobblestone, gravel, sand, all that stuff is here. Awesome. Because we've actually got access to a lot of stuff for crafting if we just had access to it, you know. So, okay. So that's all plugged up. And we shouldn't need, like, once I move this around, this standard conduit should be fine. Because, like, we've got 2 storage buses plugged up right now. I'm also going to do an import-export bus in the cobbleworks. And then next up, let's go ahead and get ourselves another, like, one more interface. And I'm going to need nether quartz. There's that. And then interface. We're going to need some quartz glass. There's our interface. And what I want to do is I want to set this up down at our Yellorium area. And also some item conduits. There we go. Okay. And we're going to go ahead and automate cyanite and Yellorium. Now, I could use an import and export bus, but I think I'm just going to use an interface. Because it would only use one channel for import and export. So, we'll go ahead and grab that stuff. And our interface, we're going to put it like right... I'll tell you what, we'll put it right here, actually. And then what we'll do is we'll just have our glass fiber cable come up and over. No, I don't want it to connect to this liquid pipes. Liquid pipes like to connect to like everything. So we'll plug that up, and I want to tell it to keep a stack of Yellorium on hand at all times. Okay, and then what we'll do is we'll just remove this hopper. We'll go ahead and grab this. Actually, let me throw this Yellorium into the system. And the cyanide, we'll go ahead and throw that in the system. Pull that chest up. Okay, so we're going to have the cyanide extract on brown. We're going to have this insert on green. And then let me get my wrench. We'll just connect these two up. Like that. And then what we'll do is we'll connect this up to the interface. We're going to say that you can extract on green. And then you can also insert on brown. Okay, so now any cyanide that comes out gets pumped into the interface and goes into our drawers, and this thing always has a stack of Yellorium that's maintained by the interface. So, easy enough. Instead of using 2 channels, because I'm going to try to keep it to 8 channels between that tree farm that's over there, this, and then the system over there, I think. So, like in the, which we haven't even got to the ore processing little area at the moment. Eventually we might have to buff it up, but for right now, honestly, I think that's going to be plenty of channels. So, and that actually completes upgrade your big reactor to have more fuel rods and all that good stuff. That's done. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is I want to turn our attention towards the Emmy Drive. So if we take a look here, Emmy Drive, it's going to require some electrical steel, engineering processors, dark pressure plates, glass cable, and storehouse from Quantum Flux. It's not terribly expensive, however, to do this we are going to have to get ourselves an item fabricator. So let's go ahead, take a look at the item fabricator. It's going to require iron casings. Oh, wow, okay. And I'll tell you what I want to do, actually. Before we do that, let me get one more interface. And I'm going to go ahead and get one more storage bus. Because what we're going to do is we're going to make a little temporary, like, item catch-all, just for the time being. And that way we can do more auto-crafting in this. Because right now, auto-crafting is a pain. It's an actual pain to do any auto-crafting, so there we go, storage bus. We're going through the storage buses today. And then I want to, let's see, let me get this iron chest out of here. I promise my inventory is about to be taken care of, because I've got all these AE2 crafting components, and we're about to do something with them. And for right now, we're going to put the iron chest just like right here, put a storage bus onto the back of it, and some Fluix cable, connect that up. And now, if I have items in here, I can just shift click and dump this stuff into there, and it goes in the chest. Which once we get the Emmy Drive, that'll be taken care of, but for right now, that seems to be the best way to handle it. And I'm going to go ahead and set this to like a priority of -1, just so the drawers get a higher priority. And I'll take our completed processors as well and dump those into that. Okay. I'll tell you what, I'm going to go ahead and run some of this Certus through here. I've got a little bit left, you know. Okay, so on to the item fabricator and the iron casings and all that stuff. So first up, we're going to need to go for a machine chassis. And there we go, machine chassis. By the way, am I going to need more machine frames for the Emmy Drive? Or is it just going to be the one for the item fabricator? Yeah, I'm going to need 2, actually. So, food grade coated chassis plates. There's 4 of those. And then we're going to need the double layer capacitors. So there's 4 double layers. And then we got our plastic sheets. And then I should have, yeah, reinforced slates. We'll use those. 2 and 2. And there's our 2 factory machine blocks. Oh, wait. There's our 2 factory machine blocks. Okay. So that part's done. And then for the item fabricator, for the iron casings, we're also going to need octatic, blocks of iron, lapis. Okay. So let me get just a few more double layers. Let me go ahead and just shift 25. That works. And then for double layer, let's get 1, 2, or for octatics. And then I think we've got everything now for this. So there's 4 iron casings, 8 iron casings. Item fabricator, the amplification crystal. Ooh. I'm going to need, first up, I'm going to need more alloy. And then for the weather crystal, what do we need for that? Okay, diamond in a bucket of water. I will take that. Honestly, I was expecting that to be a lot more expensive than that. Okay, so bucket of water. Like, I was thinking that was going to be like a soul binder and all that stuff type recipe. Nope. Diamond, bucket of water, weather crystal. And we'll just put that right there. A little bit of energetic alloy. There's our amplification crystal. And then I think I've actually got, I don't think I have it in here though. Item fabricator, fabricator. I think all we need is just darkstone. That's what I've been using to build, so. And item fabricator, pow. Okay. That's done. That part is done. And that actually does not, is there no quest for that? Really? Oh, there's a quest. There's a quest for reinforced slates. There we go. Huh. I wonder why it hadn't unlocked. Sometimes that happens. And does that unlocks a quest elsewhere. Okay, so that gives us a splash potion of regeneration. There we go. And I'll just put this into here. And now we've unlocked a bunch of quests. Automation, factory machine block, 8 hardened flux ducts, iron casing, 4 slag, and fabrication, 4 rich slag. Okay. And then farming, harvest them. We got that quest done. Advanced filter upgrade. Awesome. And I'm just going to dump all this slag, rich slag, advanced filter, hardened flux duct, all that into here for right now. Okay, so the item fabricator. Oh, by the way, I did test it. If my backpack is in like the B slot or something like that, and I mine something, it does not go into the backpack. So, just a heads up on that. The item fabricator, for right now, I'm actually going to stick this just right up here, just so we have it on hand. That's going to start filling up with power, and then to make our Emmy Drive. It's all pretty well, I think, downhill from here. So, engineering processors, electrical steel, glass fluix, the dark pressure plate, all that stuff's super easy. The storehouse is probably the worst. Titanium ingots, we've got that. Iron casings, we've got that. Advanced circuit, this is mystic quartz and blank circuit. Blank circuit is just paper and silica. Silica is block of quartz and sand. Okay. So we're going to start with that, I think. And that's going to start running. And then next up, we're going to need to put paper with that. I've got some paper upstairs. I thought I had it on me. Yeah, there we go. Paper. There's our silica. And we'll run it through with paper. And then let's see, Emmy Drive. The advanced circuit. That's going to get us our blank circuit. The mystic quartz is just nether quartz and titanium. And there we go. And then we can start making our advanced circuit. Okay. So then next up for the storehouse, we're also going to need a cubic crystal. I think I probably got everything for that. And then we're also going to need a quantum disk. Advanced storage housing. Don't have any fluics. That's fine. And we're also going to need 2 more blank circuits and then a couple ender crystals. That's ender pearls and redstone. And I tell you what, I'm going to go ahead and run... make like 8 of these, I think. So we'll let that run for just a minute, and then this should be done. There's 14 charged Certus. Then let's get some redstone and some nether quartz. Gonna have to mine up some more nether quartz for long, because we're actually using up quite a bit of it right now with all of this. So there you go, make me some fluics. There we go, a bit of fluix dust, and then I'm going to want just a bit of sand. That. There's our fluix seeds, 56 of them. Sounds good to me. Oh wait, we needed... For some reason I was thinking we actually needed fluix. We need fluix dust. Oh my gosh. Well anyways, these ender crystals are done. So I'm going to get... let's see, how much silica... Got 3 pieces, that's plenty, and so we'll just run that through. Okay, I'm not going to turn this one into seeds, like this bit of fluix. Promise. I love this healing axe, by the way. It's so good. It's so good. Okay, so blank circuits, there we go, and we should be able to get our storehouse now. I think. Oh wait, we need the quantum disk. That's what we were working on. So advanced storage housing. Okay, I'm gonna need quartz glass, advanced storage housing, quantum disk, storehouse, and now we can make our Emmy Drive. Oh wait, I need 2 dark pressure plates. Emmy Drive. Ha ha! There we go. Okay. And does that complete a quest? Does it not? Aha! Never... Okay, I'm going to need 2 advanced circuits and 4 blank circuits. But I have these 2 quests completed. So once we do that... Alright, let me make those actually, just because it's going to be bugging me if I don't, so... And this right here, make an item fabricator and use it to craft components for an Emmy Drive. We're going to go ahead and mark that off. We've done it. So, yeah. Okay. And then our Emmy Drive, we can just set this up, like, right here. Should be good. How many channels are we using at the moment? 7 of 8. There's our 4 blank circuits. Let's make sure the quest completed. And then we're going to make our 2 mystic quartz. Is that not right? What is it? Titanium and nether quartz. So that quest is completed. They're going to give us 2 dense redstone ore. What do we get for this one? Dense nether quartz, gold chest, jeweled apples. Okay. And there we go. Advanced circuits. Okay, so that's done. 2 dense nether quartz, gold chest, 2 jeweled apples. Oops. Okay. I've actually knocked out a lot of quests today. I'm just going to dump most of that stuff. Well, just dumping into here, but... Okay, and now we need to make storage cells. So we can actually start storing items into this. So 1K Emmy storage, it's going to take quartz, redstone alloy, and logic processors. I would like to get 4 of these. Yes. Okay. And then 4K, we'll go ahead and upgrade that. There's a 4K. And out of curiosity, how much Stardust do I have? I have 11. Okay, that's not going to do me a whole lot of good. That's fine. Let's go ahead and make ourselves a storage disk then. 4K Emmy storage cell, that's what I want. It's going to take some quartz glass. It's really not very expensive. There we go. And 2 quartz fiber and a redstone conductance coil. Okay. And we'll just put this into there, and there we go. We got our first Emmy Drive.
Brave the storm!
Gotta brave it. Okay, and really quickly, because it's been bugging me, let's go ahead and craft that. How many of these do I need? 16? There we go. I want to turn that quest in. We get a wrench. And then that completes this quest. We get a smart wrench. Okay. And you know what? While we're at it, just for the sake of it, let's do Ender energy conduits. I think we need probably 16 of those. Yes. And that quest is completed. And we get either a nether quartz wrench or a Certus quartz wrench. I'm going to take Certus quartz. Just because that was going to be bugging me as well. I wanted to go ahead and finish those out. And I do believe with that, I know it's about wrapping up points, so I think I'm going to end it out here. And then next episode, we're going to pick back up my goal for next episode. Okay, because I know we didn't get to blood magic. We didn't get to use our spiffy blood magic area that we set up and all that. But next episode, what we're going to do is we're going to work a bit with blood magic and try to maybe start moving towards a tier 3 blood altar. Yeah, that shouldn't be an issue. And we'll get into blood alchemy and stuff. We'll probably spend about half the episode on blood magic and about half the episode on AE2. Because my goals with AE2 next episode is I want to automate ore processing and I want to get auto crafting in place. And those are like my 2 priorities for next episode with AE2, because I want to at least have stuff like pistons and storage cells and stuff like that within the system and automated and everything. And I'd like to work in the blood magic area, honestly. Like I worked all that time on setting it up, and then we didn't even get to really spend any time in there this episode. One thing we could do real quick, just because we might as well go ahead and do it, because I know we've got like a couple minutes. I was just editing footage. There it is. Titanium sword. I was like, I cannot find that thing. I know I put it in there somewhere. We can go ahead and convert this over. So we'll just pop over and do that real quick. So give me a second to make the flight. Well, actually, I have a couple things to mention. First up, Zveerd reminded me to mention in today's video that there is now, he's running a Patreon server for us. So if you're a Patreon for the channel, so I'm getting this converted, but there we go. We got our Dagger of Sacrifice. Yeah. Okay. So I just wanted to get that. We're not going to use it this episode. We'll use it next episode, but of course that's for sacrificing mobs. But anyways, if you're a Patreon for the channel, let us know on Discord. I actually have a Patreon bot on the Discord, but it's been acting up. I'm trying to sort it out. It's supposed to automatically promote you. So you have the Patreon rank and you have access to the Patreon chat on the Discord. But if you are a Patreon for the channel and you have access to the Patreon chat, if you don't, let me know, because the Patreon bot hasn't been working right. It's been kind of on the fritz. If you're not promoted to patron rank as of yet, and you're supposed to be, let me know on the Discord and I can get you promoted. And then on the Patreon chat on the Discord, we can get you whitelisted and all that for the server. So it is Divine Journey. It was actually started after I was already on Divine Journey, so my world's not in that one. I wish it was, but it's not. Plus, I'm running a lot of custom mods, but so it is separate from my world. But I will be popping on there this weekend and actually building and stuff. Just kind of hanging out and doing like a little build. I don't know. It's not going to be this size or this scale or anything like that, but I will probably be building or something on the server this weekend, starting this weekend. Just kind of in my free time and stuff. So I'll be on there. But yeah, so Zveerd can get you whitelisted for the server if you are interested. And like I said, if you are a patron and it hasn't promoted you to patron rank on the Discord, let me know and I'll get that sorted for you. I think I've got most everybody that's on the Discord that's patron. I've got them sorted, but I know the patron bot doesn't always work right. I'm going to try to get that fixed tonight. I'm going to try to mess around with it and figure out. Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't, so I don't know. I have no clue. I have no clue. So if it's giving you any kind of issues, let me know. Okay. So anyways, I wanted to let you guys know about that, and I'd been meaning to, and I kept forgetting, and then Severe reminded me to let you guys know. So, but yeah, so next episode, Blood Magic and AE2, we'll do a bit more of that. I'm going to do a lot of mining between this episode and next, like a bunch, and try to get a bunch more Certus. So, we'll see how that goes. I think Certus is what, like Y level 28 or something is the best place to get it? 46. Okay, I'm way off. Best Y is 46, so I'm going to go try to mine up a bunch of that actually right now. In fact, like right after this video. So, anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you did, as always, be sure and hit that like button. Go ahead and subscribe if you're not already to stay up to date with when new videos come out. Hope to see you guys next time. Until then, as always, do take care, stay safe, and I hope to see you guys next time.